Welcome everyone to Sacred Awakening, the channel dedicated to providing soothing rain sounds and deep thought-provoking messages to help you connect with your spiritual purpose. We believe that life is about more than just going through the motions, and here we dive into topics that encourage self-reflection and a deeper connection with your true essence. Have you ever felt like you were on a journey in search of a greater purpose? Do you ever find yourself wondering if there's something more to your life than what you're experiencing right now? Maybe in moments of quiet you sense that you were meant for something greater, that you have a mission to fulfill a special role in this vast universe. You're not alone in these thoughts. Many people at some point in their lives ask themselves if they are one of the chosen ones, chosen not in the sense of privilege or fame, but chosen for something much deeper, chosen to live a life that is meaningful, impactful, and aligned with a higher calling. Today we are going to explore how you can recognize the deeper purpose that lies within you. It's about identifying the quiet whispers of your soul, the inner knowing that calls you to serve, to make a difference, and to live a life that is far more than just about yourself. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle of daily life and lose track of the true meaning behind your actions. But deep inside there is a desire, a yearning to live with more intention, with purpose. This is where the concept of being chosen comes into play. It's the recognition that your life has a special significance, one that reaches beyond your own needs and desires. The more we tune into this awareness, the more we can step into the life we are truly meant to live. In this video, we are going to dive into how you can start recognizing these signs and awaken to the realization that you too are one of the chosen ones. It is not about waiting for a grand moment of revelation or a dramatic sign from the universe. Rather, it's about being open to the subtle cues around you and within you. You might start to notice that certain experiences, challenges, and moments of clarity are guiding you toward a higher purpose. These aren't random. They're part of a larger plan, and you are part of that plan. Learning how to understand and embrace this purpose can be one of the most transformative experiences of your life. We will also explore the idea of living a life not just for yourself, but for others as well. When you embrace the notion of being chosen, you quickly realize that your purpose isn't isolated. It's interwoven with the lives of others. As we move through life, we are meant to share our gifts, talents, and love with the world around us. By doing so, we help elevate others and create a ripple effect that can transform not only our own lives, but the lives of those around us. This is the beauty of living a life of purpose. It's a life that is constantly evolving, constantly giving, and constantly growing. By the end of this video, you will have a clearer understanding of how to live a life filled with purpose, a life that reflects your deepest calling, especially for those of you who feel that you're destined for something special. You'll be equipped with practical insights and inspiring thoughts to help you step forward into your higher calling and begin to live out your purpose in every aspect of your life. If you resonate with what we're talking about today and you feel that this video could make a difference in your life, we invite you to be a part of our community. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more inspiring content that will guide you on your journey to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Together, let's walk the path of purpose one step at a time. Let's start by discussing the concept of the chosen ones. Now, when we say chosen ones, we're not talking about people who are famous, rich, or somehow above others in status or material wealth. Rather, we're talking about individuals who feel deeply that their lives have a higher purpose, a purpose that transcends the ordinary and touches something far greater than the day-to-day routines many people go through. These individuals may not always know the specifics of their mission, but they feel that there is something within them calling them to a more meaningful life, a life filled with purpose. This is not just a spiritual concept, but also a deeply personal one. It is the experience of realizing that your life holds a special significance, and that there is more to the journey than simply achieving success or acquiring things. It's about stepping into a life of alignment with your true essence, your soul's deepest desires, and understanding the role you play in this vast world. It's about recognizing that you're in some way a part of something greater than yourself. So let me ask you a couple of questions that I think are worth exploring today. Have you ever asked yourself if your life has a greater purpose? It's easy to get caught up in the rush of everyday life, work, family, social obligations, and forget to stop and ask ourselves, what am I really here for? We often find ourselves on autopilot, moving through our days without questioning whether we are living in alignment with our truest selves. But that question, what is my purpose, is an essential one, is the first step towards self-awareness, and it's a question that the chosen ones ask themselves throughout their lives. Some of you may already know the answer to that question, while others may be still searching for it. That's perfectly okay. The journey to discovering your true purpose can be a process, one that unfolds gradually over time. But even if you don't know exactly what your purpose is yet, the fact that you're asking yourself these kinds of questions is a sign that you're moving in the right direction. This is self-awareness in its purest form, the ability to recognize that your life has meaning beyond what you can see in the moment. The second question I want to ask is, how can you begin to recognize your mission in life? This is a question that may seem daunting to some, but it really doesn't have to be. It's not about waiting for a dramatic moment where everything falls into place. Rather, it's about looking inward and paying attention to the subtle signs and cues that guide you toward understanding your deeper purpose. It's about getting still, listening to your inner voice and noticing what brings you true fulfillment. For the chosen ones, this recognition is often accompanied by an inner knowing and intuition, or gut feeling that guides them toward their higher calling. The journey of recognizing your mission begins with awareness. Start by asking yourself what brings you joy, what feels deeply fulfilling, and what stirs your heart. These are often signs that you're on the path to understanding your life's purpose. It could be a passion for helping others, a deep interest in a particular field, or even a desire to make the world a better place in your own unique way. Whatever it is, recognizing your mission requires you to tune into the whispers of your soul and trust the guidance that comes from within. Now let's talk about some of the common signs that many chosen ones experience as they begin to recognize their personal mission. These signs can serve as clues to help you understand whether you might be one of the chosen ones on a journey of purpose and meaning. One of the first signs is a desire to do something greater. The chosen ones often feel that their lives have a deeper purpose, a calling that pulls them beyond their current circumstances. This desire to do something greater may not always be clear in terms of specifics, but it manifests as a sense of restlessness, a yearning for something more. They feel an inner push to step outside of their comfort zones, to take risks, and to live in alignment with their higher potential. It's not about wanting more material wealth or status, but rather wanting to make a difference, to have an impact on the world in a meaningful way. This is a powerful sign that you may be one of the chosen ones. Another sign is a deep love and belief in goodness. Chosen ones often have a heart-centered approach to life, driven by compassion, empathy, and a genuine desire to make the world a better place. They're deeply moved by acts of kindness and often feel a sense of responsibility to help others, whether through small acts of service or large-scale projects that benefit the community. This love for goodness and the belief that the world can be better is a key characteristic of those who feel called to live a purposeful life. It's a sense of hope that never dies, even in the face of adversity. If you find yourself drawn to helping others, caring for those who are suffering, or simply wishing for a better world, this could be a sign that you are one of the chosen ones. The ability to help and change the lives of others is another strong indicator. The chosen ones often feel a deep calling to serve others and make a positive impact in the world. Whether it's through teaching, healing, guiding, or supporting those in need, the ability to help and transform lives is a powerful part of their mission. For the chosen ones, it's not enough to live a life solely for themselves. They're driven by a deep desire to contribute to the lives of others. This could mean working with individuals, groups, or even large communities, but the essence remains the same, using your unique gifts and talents to make a difference in the world. If If you've ever felt the pull to help others to make someone's life better, or to contribute to something larger than yourself, this is a sign that you may be on the path of the chosen ones. As we reflect on these signs, a desire to do something greater, a deep love for goodness, and the ability to help others, you may recognize some of these traits within yourself. If so, you're not alone. There are many people walking this earth who are chosen to live a life of purpose, and each of you has something unique to offer. I want to leave you with this thought. If you feel like you're one of the chosen ones, if you resonate with any of the signs mentioned today, don't forget that your journey has already begun. The very fact that you are exploring your purpose and recognizing your mission is a step toward fulfilling the higher calling within you. If you feel like you're one of the chosen ones with a higher purpose, don't forget to like and subscribe to join this community of purpose-driven people who are here to support each other on this journey of self-awareness and personal growth. Your life purpose is not just a dream. It is not something that exists only in your mind waiting to become a reality. In fact, your purpose is something that must be realized through action. It's easy to talk about living with purpose, to dream about making a difference in the world, and to imagine the impact you could have if you were only in the right place or had the right resources. But purpose is not something that just materializes without effort. It's something that must be actively pursued every single day. It requires intention, focus, and most importantly, action. You may already feel the weight of this. Perhaps you've thought about the changes you want to make in your life and in the world, but you haven't taken the steps to make them happen. You've envisioned the life you desire, but for some reason you haven't yet moved forward. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment, waiting until you have everything in place, waiting until you have all the answers. But here's the truth. The perfect moment will never come. The only moment you have is now, and the only way to fulfill your purpose is to take action no matter how small that action may seem. The first step is always the hardest, but it is the most important one. Start small. You don't need to have the entire plan mapped out. You don't need to know every detail or have all the resources. All you need is a willingness to begin. Everything begins with the first step. Don't wait for the conditions to be perfect, because they never will be. Life is unpredictable and there will always be obstacles in the way. But the true test of the chosen ones is not whether or not obstacles exist, but how they choose to respond to those obstacles. If you wait for perfection, you may never start. Perfection is an illusion. But starting taking action, no matter how small, is real, and it's what will propel you forward. When you begin your journey, it's essential to understand that failure is part of the process. Failure is not something to be feared or avoided. Rather, it is a necessary part of the growth process. Every successful person, every individual who has made a lasting impact has faced failure. The difference between those who fulfill their purpose and those who give up is how they respond to failure. The chosen ones understand that failure is a stepping stone, not a roadblock. It's a chance to learn, to grow, and to adapt. So don't be afraid to fail. Accept failure and learn from your mistakes. Each mistake is an opportunity to improve, to refine your approach, and to become better equipped to fulfill your purpose. As you move forward, you'll likely face challenges. There will be times when the road gets rough, when you feel like giving up, when the obstacles seem too great to overcome. Never give up. The chosen ones understand that perseverance is key to success. When things get tough, it's easy to feel discouraged. You might doubt yourself, your abilities, or your purpose. But if you want to fulfill your purpose, you have to push through the doubt, the fear, and the difficulty. You have to keep going even when it seems like nothing is working, because the breakthrough often comes just before the point where most people would quit. The world is full of people who gave up too soon, who turned back just before they reached the success they were working toward. But the chosen ones, they keep going. They persist through the hardship, trusting that their purpose is worth the struggle. Think of the leaders, the influencers, the change makers who have shaped history. They didn't become who they are by sitting back and waiting for the world to change on its own. They started with small actions, often unnoticed, but those actions compounded over time. Whether it was a political leader who fought for justice, an activist who spoke out against oppression, or an entrepreneur who started with nothing but a dream, each of these individuals began with small, persistent steps. And each of them faced failure and rejection along the way, but they kept going. They never gave up. And in the end, their persistence changed the course of history. Think about Martin Luther King Jr., who fought tirelessly for civil rights, even in the face of immense opposition. His journey wasn't easy, and he faced countless failures and setbacks, but he continued to push forward, and his legacy changed the world. Or think about Mahatma Gandhi, who led India to independence through peaceful protest despite overwhelming resistance and adversity. His actions weren't always grand or dramatic, but they were persistent, consistent, and focused on a larger purpose. Their paths were filled with obstacles, yet they persisted because they understood that fulfilling their purpose was worth every challenge they faced. These are just a couple of examples, but there are countless others, people who took small steps every day, who faced setbacks, who learned from their mistakes, and who never gave up on their mission. And you don't have to be famous or have the world's attention to make a difference. You can start with small actions in your own life, in your own community, and in your own world. The key is to stay focused on your purpose, to keep moving forward, and to trust the process. So as you move toward fulfilling your purpose, remember this: it is not enough to dream. You must take action. Start small, accept failure, and never give up. The journey will be challenging, but the reward, the fulfillment of your purpose will be worth every moment of effort. If you truly feel that you are one of the chosen ones, then you must act as if you're meant for something great. Don't let fear or doubt stop you. Keep moving forward one step at a time, and trust that each step brings you closer to the life you're meant to live. I encourage you to share this video with anyone you know who might be on their own journey to discovering their purpose, so they too can take action, persevere, and never give up. We all have a part to play in this world, and together we can help each other live lives of purpose, meaning, and impact. Life becomes meaningful when it can positively affect others. We often hear people say it's all about living for yourself and doing what makes you happy, but there's something deeply fulfilling and essential about living a life that extends beyond our own desires and needs. It's one thing to have a life filled with personal achievements and successes, but it's another thing entirely to live a life that creates a ripple effect, reaching out to others and lifting them up. The true meaning of life, especially for those of us who feel we are the chosen ones, is to use the gifts we've been given to make the world a better place. When we live for others, we create not only a more meaningful life for ourselves, but also a life that contributes to the collective well-being of the community. It's easy to get caught up in our own struggles and challenges, to focus solely on our own journey, and forget that the purpose of our lives isn't only about us. The chosen ones understand this well. They know that their lives hold significance because of what they give to the world, not just what they receive. Living for others doesn't always mean making grand gestures or performing monumental acts. Sometimes it's the small everyday actions that can have the most profound impact on someone's life. A simple act of kindness, a word of encouragement, or a small gesture of support can change someone's day, their mindset, or even their life path. This idea of living for others is rooted in the concept of service. There is an incredible power in kindness and service, whether it's through helping someone in need, offering your time to a cause you care about, or simply being there for someone who is struggling. These actions don't have to be world-changing on a large scale. The impact you make can start small, but when done with love and genuine intention, it ripples out and touches the lives of many. Each act of kindness can start a chain reaction that in turn leads to more kindness, more help, and more positivity in the world. The truth is, we don't have to look far to find opportunities to serve others. They are everywhere. Whether it's in your workplace, your community, your family, or your social circles, there are always ways to make a difference. The power of kindness is universal. It doesn't require you to be a certain person, to have a specific title, or to be in a position of power. Kindness is something everyone can practice, and it starts with simple acts, offering a listening ear, providing comfort during difficult times, or helping others who are less fortunate. It is often in the most humble act of service that we find our true calling. There is something deeply rewarding about being able to help someone else knowing that your actions have made a real difference in their life. Sometimes we may feel like we don't have the means to make a significant change in the world. But the truth is, you don't need to change the world in one big swoop. You just need to start where you are with the people around you. The chosen ones know this every single day provides an opportunity to impact someone's life. Whether it's through offering your time, sharing your knowledge, or simply being kind, each action adds up. You might not see the immediate results of your efforts, but trust that they are there. A simple act of kindness has the potential to create a wave of positive energy spreading to more people and creating a better world. Encouragement is key here. Find ways to serve others in every role and aspect of life. As a parent, a friend, a co-worker, or even as a stranger, you have the power to make a difference. You may not think that your actions are significant, but they are. Sometimes it's as simple as offering a hand to someone in need, lending a word of encouragement, or volunteering your time to help those who are struggling. When you serve others, you become a part of something greater. You contribute to the well-being of others, and in turn you become enriched and fulfilled by the act of giving. It's not just about what you can get from life, it's about what you can give to life, and how that giving impacts the people around you. It's easy to feel like you're not making a difference if you can't see the immediate effects of your actions. But don't be fooled. Every act of service, no matter how small, matters. You may never know how deeply your actions have affected someone, but trust that they have made a lasting impact. Whether it's helping a friend through a difficult time, teaching someone a valuable skill, or simply listening to someone who needs to talk, these acts matter. You're planting seeds of kindness, and those seeds will grow even if you can't see the results right away. In the grand scheme of life, the chosen ones understand that their mission is not just to live for themselves, but to serve others. They realize that their true purpose is found in how they contribute to the lives of those around them. This is the heart of living a meaningful life, finding ways to help serve and uplift others. It's about being part of a community and making a difference no matter how small it may seem. The more you serve, the more you grow, and the more you grow, the more you're able to fulfill your purpose. So let me encourage you to step into that role today. Find ways to serve others in your life. Look for opportunities to make a difference no matter how small, and know that you're contributing to something much larger than yourself. The chosen ones don't wait for others to take the first step. They take action and serve with love and purpose. And by doing so, they create a life that is not only meaningful for them, but also for everyone they touch. If you want to be part of a positive community where kindness and service are valued, don't forget to share this video and subscribe to inspire others around you. By sharing this message, we can create a ripple effect of kindness and service that spreads far and wide. Together, we can build a world that is more compassionate, more understanding, and more connected. As we come to the end of today's video, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've been on together. Today you've discovered 3 key ways to live a meaningful life, particularly for those who feel that they are the chosen ones, meant to make a difference in this world. We've talked about the importance of self-awareness, understanding that you're part of something greater, and recognizing your mission in life. We've also explored the idea of action and perseverance, learning how to take the necessary steps no matter how small they may seem, and pushing through failure and doubt to fulfill your purpose. Finally, we've discussed the power of contributing to others, showing that living a meaningful life is not just about achieving personal goals, but about serving others and creating a positive impact on the world around us. Each of these elements plays a crucial role in shaping the life you're meant to lead. And while it may seem like a lot to take in, it all boils down to a simple truth: your life has a purpose. And that purpose is not just for you, but for the greater good. You're not meant to go through life simply existing. You're meant to live with intention to fulfill your mission and to create a life that leaves a lasting legacy. But knowing your purpose and understanding what you're meant to do is only the beginning. The real work comes when you take action. It is one thing to know your purpose, to feel that calling deep inside of you, but it's another thing entirely to take the steps needed to make it a reality. Action is what turns dreams into tangible results, and it is what separates those who make a difference from those who simply talk about it. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to take action today. Don't wait for the perfect moment, don't wait for all the pieces to fall into place, because they never will. You have everything you need right now to start moving toward the life you are meant to live. Whether it's a small step or a giant leap, taking action is the first step toward fulfilling your purpose. Of course, taking action alone isn't enough. Life will throw obstacles your way, and there will be times when it feels like you've hit a wall. But the key to success is perseverance. The chosen ones don't give up in the face of adversity. They understand that challenges are simply part of the process, and they press on with unwavering faith that they are on the right path. If you're serious about living a life full of purpose, you must commit to the journey no matter how difficult it gets. Perseverance is what transforms challenges into stepping stones, what turns setbacks into opportunity for growth. And in those moments when you feel like giving up, remind yourself that the greatest rewards often come after the most difficult struggles. Along with perseverance, we also discuss the importance of serving others. Living for a greater purpose means living for others too. It's not enough to simply fulfill your own needs and desires. True fulfillment comes when you use your gifts, talents, and experiences to make a difference in the lives of those around you. Serving others doesn't always require grand gestures or major sacrifices. Sometimes it's the little things, the simple acts of kindness, the willingness to lend a hand, the ability to listen without judgment that have the greatest impact. When you focus on others and their needs, you create a sense of connection that brings meaning to both your life and theirs. And in serving others, you're also serving the higher purpose that you're meant to fulfill. Living a meaningful life is not just about what you accomplish, it's about who you become in the process and how you touch the lives of those around you. It's about leaving a legacy that goes beyond material success and achieving something that makes the world a better place. When you take action, persevere through challenges and serve others, you're living a life that is rich with purpose, a life that fulfills not only your own soul, but the souls of everyone you encounter. Now, as you move forward from here, I encourage you to keep these principles in mind. Take action because action is the catalyst for change. Persevere because your journey is worth the effort. Serve others because in doing so, you fulfill your true purpose. The world is waiting for you to step into your role as the chosen one, and the time to act is now. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope that what we've discussed has inspired you to take the next step toward living a life filled with meaning and purpose. If you found this video helpful, I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you'll be joining a community of like-minded individuals who are all on their own journeys of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Together, we can support each other in living lives of purpose, and we can continue to inspire others to do the same. Don't forget to share this message with anyone who you feel could benefit from it. We all have a part to play in making this world a better place, and when we work together, there's no limit to the positive change we can create. Let's continue to walk this path of purpose together. Thank you again for being a part of this journey, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.